Hey everybody, Matt here from Matt's Movies, Music and More, welcoming you to this week's movie review. The movie I'm talking about today is a movie that probably a lot of people forgot when it came out in the 80s, but was actually a popular film in the United States. The movie I'm talking about today is the 1983 sex comedy My Tutor, directed by George Bowers and stars Caren Kaye, Matt Lattanzi and Crispin Glover. Yeah, George McFly from Back to the Future is in this movie. I hadn't heard of it before I watched it, and yeah, I'm going to tell you what the movie is about, really. If you go into this film thinking that it's going to be like Porky's or any of the other sex comedies that were out at the time, Screwballs or Lemon Popsicle or whatever, you're going to be a bit disappointed because it's not really that sort of movie. It's really about Matt Lattanzi, who is a guy who goes to high school and he's doing his exams, and he plays Bobby, and Bobby is the son of a very, very privileged businessman who's played by Kevin McCarthy, who I love Kevin McCarthy from Invasion of the Body Snatchers and of course The Twilight Zone. But what the movie's about really is pretty much this plot. Bobby has failed his French, and because he's failed his French, it's going to potentially prevent him from going to Yale, which happens to be his father's alma mater. So basically, he wants him to go to that school to become a lawyer, when really it's not mentioned very often in the movie, but Bobby really wants to get into being into like astronomy, that sort of thing, and looking at stars. That's what he's into. And as a way of helping him pass his French, his father contacts Terry, who is a French tutor. She's played by Caren Kaye, and basically he offers her this money, a bonus of $10,000 if Bobby can pass. Now, whilst this is going on, Bobby, like most young teenagers, are trying to get laid and lose their virginity. And Crispin Glover and his brother, I forget what their character names are, but they take him to a whorehouse to try and get laid, and they can't even get laid there because of all the screwball antics that are going on there. They go to a woman's mud wrestling match to go there. They try and make out with a girl who works at a fast food diner, and she happens to have a boyfriend anyways, and stuff like that. And of course, you've got the complications that Terry is quite attractive, and Bobby happens to witness her going swimming at night in their swimming pool, and she goes swimming either naked or barely clothed, and he spies on her through his window a couple of times, and then eventually goes down there one time and happens to see her, and she's like, well, this is a bit inappropriate, Bobby, you shouldn't really do this, you know, but I won't say anything if you don't. And Terry happens to have a boyfriend, and the boyfriend, he's a real jerk. He's a bit older than her, and he's like, hey Terry, you know, we should go out and do this, and he's like, it's over, you know, you cheated on me or whatever. And then he's trying to beg her to give him another chance, and he ends up cheating on her again, and so she catches him in the act while he's getting head from a random woman. And while she's so distraught and everything like that, Bobby happens to come around, and all of a sudden her and Bobby kiss, and they make love, and it's done in a really tasteful way. It's not done in any sort of screwball antic way, which is why this is different to other sex comedies, because most sex comedies are 100% comedy. This does have drama in it, and romance, I guess, because obviously Bobby's got a real connection to Terry, and obviously they're keeping it secret from the father and everything like that, and the mother, but he's in love with Terry, and it goes on for quite a while, and he's obviously doing well at his French. So while these two buddies are obviously trying to still go out and get laid, he's obviously getting laid with the tutor, and the ex finds out, and it's like, you're making it with him, you know, over me? And he happens to be a rich snob anyways. And what happens is Bobby passes his French, and he actually has the balls to tell his father, look, I don't want to go to Yale. I want to go and do astronomy at the school that I want to go to. And as he reveals that to his father, he finds out from his father that Terry was going to get a bonus payment of $10,000 for him passing the French. So straight away, he feels that Terry was out to just get money from him and stuff, and didn't really care about him at all. So that's where it all turns a little bit, that they sort of have a bit of a falling out and stuff like that. And he finds out that Terry is going to France to go and visit family and stuff, and he's very hurt by this. So he sort of says, well, you know, screw this, it's over and everything. And as the movie goes on, he happens to reconnect with a girl that he actually likes at his high school, and they decide to get together. And basically the movie sort of ends with him and Terry sort of reuniting, and at least parting ways, making up and stuff like that. And you can see that he's pretty sad that she's going and stuff like that. And it's playing this really, really sad song, which appears a few times in the movie in a really, really sad way. And then all of a sudden he turns around, facing the camera, and does the classic 80s jump in the air, freeze frame shot. And the funky tune which started the movie happens to end the film as well. So it makes it a bit more upbeat. Now, with My Tutor, I'll tell you a bit about some of the actors involved. Matt Lattanzi, who is in this movie, at the time, I believe he either had just started dating or he may have married her at the time. He got with Olivia Newton-John, famous for being in Grease, and he's obviously a lot younger than she was, but they had kids together and stuff like that. And obviously, the thing I want to talk about mostly is Crispin Glover, because Crispin Glover obviously he's gone on to play George McFly in Back to the Future, but seeing him in this, you can tell it's him, and he's one of the best things in the movie. He's really funny, although his character is a real idiot. I think the movie itself is a very underrated movie. I mean, when it came out in America, it was one of the top grossing, it was in the top 100 grossing movies of 1983, and it took over $22.5 million, and I'm guessing the budget must have been between $2 and $5 million. It must have been really cheap. And the actors they got in the movie did a very good job. It's one of those films that I can definitely see myself watching again down the line. And yeah, it's an okay movie. I quite like this one, so I would definitely recommend you to check out My Tutor. So have any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know what you think of it, because it'd be great to hear if there are any other fans of this movie. If you fancy checking out more reviews on this channel, be sure to like and subscribe. But leave us some comments. It'd be great to hear from you guys. You can click into the videos that we've got on here. I've got more solo videos. There are going to be some music ones hopefully coming up soon. We've also got What Did You Think, which I do with a special guest. That's a really fun series. As well as At the Movies with Andrew, which is a series done by a friend of mine, Andrew, on this series. So thanks very much, guys, for checking it out, and I hope to catch you all guys very soon. All the very best.